Hi everyone, this is Balázs from RacingBrick. Better late than never, after a bit of delay, I finally have the LEGO Icon Star Trek Enterprise set here with me. You could see my detailed preview at the official reveal, and I'm sure most of you have already watched some hands-on reviews as well if you are interested in the set. I don't want to repeat everything you've seen elsewhere, so today we will focus mainly on the build experience and the interesting techniques used throughout. Let's quickly check the basics: 3,600 parts, €380 or $400 and the Black Friday release date. The box is huge with a total of 30 numbered bags, plus one unnumbered bag and some loose parts. In the envelope we find 2 manuals and, yes, a sticker sheet. We'll boldly skip this one for now, but I will come back to it later. The manuals include a lot of background information, although, according to some sources, there are a few small inaccuracies, like the maximum warp speed. Still, it's nice to see so many extra pages dedicated to the first LEGO Star Trek set ever. Now let's start building. Our first assembly is the minifigure stand with Dr. Beverly Crusher at it first. And here comes my first disappointment that wasn't obvious on the press photos. The TNG logo here is a sticker. Too bad. The rest of the first bag isn't too exciting yet. Here's something new though. These light bluish grey inverted arch pieces look like they belong in a castle set, but here we have 9 of them side by side, forming an interesting curved structure. The surrounding area gets smoother too, and the face too. This assembly has the sticker of the smaller secondary shuttle bay, and it connects with a clip. This area also includes a surprisingly complex snot block with studs facing in all possible directions. A few classic red 2x4 bricks break up the monotony of grey pieces, but they will be covered soon. The 2 large assemblies are easy to align thanks to some clever 1x1 connections, and once they are joined you can already tell which section we've been building. Now we move to a new curved subassembly, built from rounded plates and curved bricks. The holes remain visible though, not everyone will love that. We continue building along the sides and the structure grows quickly. So this is where we are at the end of bag 4, and now it's time to build the mirrored half. Once both halves are ready, they are joined using red and yellow Technic cross axles, plus there are triple toe ball elements to secure everything tightly. We covered the bottom with larger subassemblies. These still don't lock the halves together completely, but you can see how deep the slots for the stand will go. The deflector dish uses 2 printed windscreen elements seen from the inner side. Apparently the graphic designer had several iterations to get this right. It's mounted with toe balls again, then covered neatly. This section is actually the only place where stud connections hold the hull halves together using transparent tiles. And look, a little Octan Easter egg, not the only one in the set. Another tricky connection here at the rear, and next comes the stand, the most technic heavy part of the build. It's sturdy, functional and, well, not exactly pretty. Clearly all design effort went into the ship itself, but it does the job perfectly. The structure of the warp nacelles is quite interesting. These pieces will serve a purpose later. The central core uses a ton of modified 1x1 bricks and side plates holding everything tightly together. It is very cool. Here comes the lower half with another Octan reference, and the red transparent pieces forming the Bussard collectors, which look fantastic. The stickered road sign element uses those exposed rods I mentioned earlier, and once everything is connected, the drive section is finished. Now we begin the saucer section, starting with a big sideways snot build, and it's actually more complex than it looks at first glance. Next step, space guitar. This large sticker with a grey background actually looks much better in person than in the press photos, but there's also a typo on this other one, boldy instead of boldly. Hopefully LEGO customer service will offer replacements. We add one of the mini shuttle pods in the main bay. Sadly, the next big sticker, representing the Arboretum windows, is quite disappointing. Very hard to align properly, the matte surface of the slope causes visible color differences, and depending on lighting it really stands out. The saucer keeps expanding. We are building symmetrically on both sides now. We use hinges to attach angled assemblies, and it starts to look some kind of animal at this point. The structure feels surprisingly solid though, with some clever reinforcement from the back. After covering everything with plates and tiles, the geometry comes together beautifully. We then add the printed plaque and another large sheared element representing the captain's yacht. The second shuttle pod acts as a safety pin, securing the saucer to the primary hull. This is the moment to attach the saucer section. As it slides into place, it should not fall without the safety pin, but better safe than sorry. The ship like this already looks impressive and might become a new type of model. And now for the least exciting part, we will be building many of these structures with top and bottom elements connected by clips and also attached to the saucer core with clips in this way. Constructing these sections is quite repetitive, but watching them form the saucer and considering all the complex LEGO geometry involved is actually mind-blowing. A new type of assembly features hinges between the parts. This goes at the bottom and is connected with studs this time. We have a few more of these, then large tiles close the surface, and the last bag introduces two new bow pieces, both printed with windows on the rim of the saucer. These also serve a structural role, and we finish this section with 8 identical smaller bow assemblies. 2 long flex tubes are added on top, and the final item is this display plaque, not the usual tile piece, with a nice Star Trek style print. The build is finished. Here are all 9 minifigures. I won't list them again, we did that in the reveal video. Prints and accessories are great, Wesley's sweater is perfect, Guinan's hat and Worf's headpiece are new molds, though the color match on Worf's head isn't that good. So this is the Enterprise D and it looks fantastic. The angled stand gives it a great display presence, though I would suggest showing it either lower or higher than eye level. Side views aren't its best angle. The 10 elements breaking the grey surface might look odd, but the original filming model wasn't perfectly uniform either. Color accuracy debates aside, the designers clearly aimed to match the on-screen look. Having no windows on the top or bottom surface of the saucer might be a problem for some. Printing would not work on the studs. Honestly, I'm fine with this approach. I would have been fine without windows on the rim either, more on that in a minute. The details and color accents really pop, and the overall look is gorgeous. There aren't many play features, apart from the hangar bay and the iconic saucer separation, which works smoothly and holds strongly. Most collectors will probably keep it assembled, I think. This is not the best look. The saucer is swooshable on its own, and surprisingly, the entire ship is quite swooshable too. That's honestly a marvel of engineering. The saucer does not require any extra support. There's no Technic skeleton inside like most big Star Wars sets. As you could see, the entire ship is mostly built with plates. Larger sections are attached either with toe bolts or clips, and we still have a pretty solid structure in the end. It might not be the most accurate representation of the Enterprise D ever, and some fans may have wished for a different ship as LEGO's first Star Trek release, but the structural design makes it one of the most impressive LEGO builds of 2025 for me. The minifigure lineup is also great, but there's one major issue: the stickers. For the first ever LEGO Star Trek set, a flagship 18+ display model, this should have been a fully printed set. Stickers, especially larger ones on matte surfaces with color mismatch, just don't belong here. I understand the budget constraints, new molds, printed parts, licensing costs, but for a milestone release like this, there really should be some flexibility to deliver a premium experience. I've said it before and I will say it again, I'm perfectly fine with stickers on playsets. I actually prefer them in a lot of cases, but not here. I would rather have fewer prints overall, even skip the rim windows, if that meant every other graphic could be properly printed. As for the price, €380 or $400 is steep, but not unreasonable for what you get. We've seen far worse value in other premium sets. Once discounts start to appear, even a 10-15% drop would make this an excellent buy for what it offers in build quality and display value. Buying it on day one has other perks though. This gift with purchase set will be included if you act quickly. I will build and review it in a separate video. So folks, now it's your turn. What do you think about the LEGO U.S.S. Enterprise? How do you like the build, the look, the minifigures? Let's talk about it in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe with notifications as more exciting LEGO videos are coming soon. See you next time, bye bye.